Hey, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
It is Wednesday, my dude. Welcome to Here's the Thing, episode 24. We're recording on a Wednesday, and that just popped in my head. So
Yeah.
it is Wednesday, my dudes. We're not doing it again.
No.
Since the last episode, 4th of July happened. So happy 4th of July, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Happy
Oh,
4th.
yeah. Name another holiday
It's
in
been a
July.
second.
In July, right now.
I
gun to your head.
forgot.
Another holiday.
I just forgot it had been
Name
4th of
another
July.
holiday.
Fucking,
National Fried Chicken Day, July 6th. Name another one.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
How was your 4th of July?
It was fine. It rained a shit ton. I saw my family, and we didn't get to see fireworks, so I just got to hang out and
Nice.
chill. It was very, very chill. Nothing
That's
super
not bad.
exciting.
That's not bad.
Yours, though.
The day was good. I went on a week-long vacation, which also added to why the distance between episodes has been so big. But I went on a week-long vacation, brought my girlfriend. I talked about it last time we recorded.
Mhm.
Brought my girlfriend, went on this vacation, had a whole plan for the day we were leaving. And so I wake up here at like 6. I had packed my car the night before. I wake up, leave. Get to my girlfriend's, pick her up. We had to go pick up my little sister in Boston. Get to
Mhm.
Boston, pick up my little sister. Her boyfriend's getting dropped off. So I'm like, okay, he's on his way. Let's go pick up breakfast sandwiches. When he gets here, we'll just hop in the car and leave.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, tight, let's go. Drove 2 minutes away from the house. Literal blocks from my house. You can
Mhm.
walk to where we got breakfast.
Yeah.
No problem either. Like a tubby McFat fuck. My 600-pound life, they would do this walk as like a workout.
Yeah.
It's that close.
Yeah.
Hit a curb, popped my tire.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll send you the picture to put in the video, but for people that listen, the tire, the hole in the tire was on the side of the tire, not on the tread, which was like a big thing. I call my uncle. He's like, well, if it's on the tread, we can just buy a tire repair kit. I'm like, no, the tire's gone.
Yeah, it was, for
Flat.
those watching, it's impressively fucked up.
It was flat. Like I call my family because we're all traveling on this day. So I call my aunt and uncle. I'm like, call my aunt picks up. She goes, hey, love nugget, how's it going? And I just go, I got a flat tire. She goes, fuck. So she hands the phone to my uncle and I hear her go, he got a flat. He's like, well, how flat is it? And I felt like a comedian in the 50s of like, well, when your tire's flat, well, how flat is it? Like I'm standing outside looking at the tire and it's gone. There's no air. The only air in this tire is from the hole. And for people that aren't watching and seeing the photo, the hole was like the size of 2 quarters next to each other.
Yeah.
Like
it
was
looked like a baseball.
It was a
through.
hole, like a
Yeah.
golf ball size
Like
hole.
a golf ball size hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could fit my thumb in, no problem.
Yeah. It was
Like a loose
big.
butthole is what it was. It was a loose butthole. But so I'm telling this to my uncle, and at one point he's like, well, if the hole's on the tread, we can get a tire repair kit. I'm like, no, it's on the side.
It's gone.
And it's gone. Like looking at this, knowing the minimal shit about cars that I know, I immediately knew that's a new tire. That's not like a we'll fix it. That's a I need to buy a new tire.
Mhm.
Tire's flat. I send my sister and my girlfriend to go get breakfast. I'm like, fuck it. Take my wallet. Give me my AAA card. Go buy breakfast because I still want my breakfast. I got to call people. Call my aunt and uncle. I call AAA. They're like, a serviceman will be there soon because I checked my car. Didn't have a jack.
Oh, that sucks.
I had a spare. No jack. I'm like, tight. And then I realized, before I did that, I realized I had to get the spare. And my car was loaded. I couldn't see out the back window. That's how much shit was in my car.
Yeah, even if you had a jack, it'd probably be real dangerous.
And I had to unload my whole car on the side of a street in downtown Quincy.
You're lucky. You're lucky you didn't get fucking robbed.
I have never been more embarrassed in my life. Like, people are walking by, giving me side eyes, looking at me funny. I'm like just sitting on a cooler. And I've got like pellets of beer, like so much beer. I wish we had taken a picture of it so we could post it here. But I had like, I think like 36 cans of one type of IPA, 2 24-packs of a different type of IPA,
Yeah.
a bunch of White Claw, big ups to White Claw, some seltzers, 2 coolers, 2 like contractor bags of bedding.
Yeah, we rolled through all the shit last
So
last
much
episode,
shit.
Yeah.
All of that was on a sidewalk. And then there's me holding a spare. And by this point, I had told my sister, my girlfriend, go home. Like, I don't want them here. I'm annoyed and I'm very frustrated and I'm embarrassed. So I'm like, fucking go home. Now, I will say, I hit a curb hit back. I also was going stupid fast into this parking spot, and it was in a construction zone. So the curb was like higher than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So like it fucked my day up. But so my aunt and uncle, because they helped me take care of the car, they're calling tire places near me.
Oh, okay.
Because I gave them the measurements of the tires. Now, everybody in my family has pointed out, I could have done this on my own, and because of the attitude I had, they would have made me. I will say now, sure, cool. I would have. No problem. I would have called a Sullivan tire place and been like, hey, what's up? I need this measurement. Can you get it? No? Cool. Beep. Called other places.
Mm-hmm.
My attitude got worse and worse because every time they called a place and they didn't have the correct tire measurement, they would call me to tell me that certain places didn't have it. So I'm sitting on the side of the road with all my shit unpacked, holding a spare tire, waiting for a AAA guy, and getting phone calls saying, we haven't found a tire. We haven't found a tire. I'm getting so annoyed.
Were you just like, just call me when you found
I
the
told that to
tire?
my aunt. I'm like, call me when we have it figured out. If you need me to start calling places, tell me and I will. Like, please stop calling me with bad news. This has ruined my fucking day.
Yeah.
After that phone call, a lady who owned a business that I had unpacked my car in front of comes outside.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just leave your stuff here. You can't just do this. This makes my sidewalk look bad. It's bad for my business.
Cool. It's not your sidewalk.
No, something in my head snapped. I looked right at the lady and I went, no, I go camping every year and this is our spot.
That's fucking funny.
Lady glares at me. I'm like, what do you think I'm fucking doing, lady? Like, I'm standing there. I lost my mind at this lady and I apologize so much. I literally got the spare tire on and went back at the end of the, like, before we hit the road at the end of the day and apologized to her. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was really frustrated. And she was not happy to see me, but she accepted the apology and I was like, tight. But yeah, I literally was like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing? This isn't what I want to do. This ruined my day. I don't need you coming out here telling me I can't unpack my stuff here. I need it because I need to put the spare on. And at the end of this, I'm going to have to put a tire in the back of my car. And I don't have the fucking room. So all my shit's going to stay here for now.
Yeah.
Lady leaves. I'm like, tight. We get the tire on. My uncle calls me and explains to me the reason it's been taking so long is because my car's all-wheel drive and I have to get all 4 tires replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And in his mind, he's like, well, this is actually a good thing. I don't know the last time we replaced all those tires. So that's good. I'm like, really? You're trying to find a silver lining in this, bro? I'm supposed
Timing is terrible.
I'm like, I'm supposed to be halfway to Ithaca right now because it had taken 2 hours at this point.
Like,
So I'm supposed to be hitting Albany in like an hour.
Yeah, like I'm very optimistic. I would be like, nope.
Yeah,
No,
and in my head
sucks.
now, I'm like, at the time of him saying, well, you know, this isn't a bad thing, I would have been almost out of Massachusetts. And instead I had gone 5 minutes away from the house and stopped, like, done. So then it gets so much better. And I didn't tell you this because this is really funny. We get the spare on. I have to go get my oil changed because that was also something I had to do. I had to get my oil changed.
And that's quick.
I drive to a Monroe. It should be. I drive to a Monroe tire service in Quincy, Mass. I don't remember what street it's on, but it's near a 7-Eleven and an Atlas liquor store. And I'm saying this because I hope they never get business. I have done fucking oil changes that have taken 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And 10 of that is just them letting the car sit there.
Mm-hmm.
This oil change took an hour and a half.
Just the oil change?
Yep. Didn't have anything else done on the car. Just an oil change. The guy comes in. He's like, sorry, we're short-staffed. I'm like, it's a fucking oil change, dude. I could have come back. You could have told me what to do. I would have done it. We would have been out of here sooner than this. Guy's like, I don't like your attitude. I explained to him how my day is gone. He's like, that's really shitty. I'm like, can I please get my car back? He goes, 5 more minutes. I'm like, if I don't have my car in 5 more minutes, I'm not paying. I got my car in 2 minutes.
Oh, all of a sudden
It's ready. I'm like, thank you so much for understanding. Paid. He was like, well, we can do this and you'll get a little, you can become a member. You'll get this. I'm like, I'm never coming back here. Give me my car. Charge me full price. You can charge me extra for being an asshole. Because at this point, I'm making like somewhat of a scene and I can tell. So I'm like, if you're going to charge me extra, charge me extra. Like, I want to leave. I have places to be. because I wanted to get the oil change at noon.
Mm-hmm.
I had an appointment at the Ford dealership 25 minutes away because that place had the tires.
Yeah.
I had an appointment there at 2. Takes half an hour to get there.
And it's like 1:30 at this point.
No, it's like 1:45. I'm late. So I'm like, give me my fucking car. I call my sister, my game plan is to just go to the house, pick her up, go to the place, get the tires on, leave, go to New York. Because at this point, I'm getting there hell or high water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my car is fully packed up again
Mm-hmm.
with everything in it originally. I tell my sister, she's like, okay, cool, we'll be ready. I pull up, she's not ready. I lost it. She runs and gets in the car. She's like, dude, chill. I'm like, nope, because I have really bad anxiety with time.
Yeah.
So I'm running late. That's a no-no for me. I've never been late to work. Even the one time I was late, I was half an hour early. I was asked to come in early, and on the schedule I was in at 7. I showed up at 6:30. I was supposed to be in at 6. Everybody gave me shit. I'm like, no. I'm still fucking early. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how much I care about time.
Yeah.
I show up, lady's like, cool. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I go into the waiting room with everybody because now we're just waiting. She comes in. She's like, come here. I got to ask you something. I go out. They've got my trunk open. Everything's in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, is the tire under there? Nope. I left the tire in Quincy at the house. Lady's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, what do you mean? What are you supposed to do? I'm like, I was told to come here. I'm getting 4 new tires. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Lady goes, well, how am I supposed to put it on the rim? No one told me this. No one ever in life has explained this to me. Ever.
Oh.
Ever. So I look at this lady. My face drops. My day has been so long. At this point in my day, I'm supposed to be in Ithaca. My road trip would be over.
Yeah.
I look at this lady. I tell her how the day has gone. And with as much sympathy as she can have, she goes, I can't put the tire on unless I have the rim. And I go, well, we're putting 4 tires on, right? She goes, yeah. I go, I can get back to my house and get here by the time you've done the other 3. No problem. So I'm like, can you please start on the 3?
That's a good fucking.
Well, so then I'm like, because in my head, I'm like, if they start, they're not going to not do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as a business, if I start doing it and I tell you I'm going to do it, I can't go back on that.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'm an asshole. And I'm a Ford customer. It's a Ford car.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to lose that customer.
No.
So I'm like, starting the 3, and I'm begging. Like, there are tears in my eyes. I don't cry ever. I was so fucking close. Lady goes, fine, I'll do it, but you need to be back within the hour. I'm like, I'll be back within the hour. Now it's 4 o'clock. I'm going to hit rush hour traffic in 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
And I don't have a ride to my house. I just told this lady I can do this. I don't have a way to do this. Period.
What'd you do?
Well, I have a cousin that lives in Norwood.
Okay.
So I blow his fucking phone up. He finally picks up after like 20 calls. I'm calling him. My sister's outside with me calling him. We're blowing his fucking phone up. He picks up for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, hey, Emma, what's up? I grab the phone. I go, hey, Lars, it's Jake. He goes, oh. I'm like, we'll talk about that later. Are you home? He goes, yeah. I go, do you have a car? He goes, no, my mom's about to leave. I go, Lars, I need you to put the phone down and act like I'm calling you with the worst news you've ever heard. Go get your mother. Literally leaves. I'm like, great. His mom, my aunt, picks up the phone. She's like, hi, Jake. I'm like, hi, Aunt Laura. I need a favor. And I'm like about to start crying. And I'm like, and I need it right now. She's like, what's up? I haven't talked to her in a year. Last time I saw her was when my cousin graduated high school a year ago.
Wow, shit.
I'm like, I need a favor right now, and I'm begging. She's like, what's up? I'm like, I need you to come pick me up at the Ford factory, like the Ford fucking car lot in Norwood. I'm in Norwood. She goes, oh, okay, that's 5 minutes from my house. I go, cool. I need you to do that and drive me back to Quincy. And then I need you to drive me back to this place. And do you have enough room in your car for a tire? And she goes, sure, I can do that. I'm like, cool. And I need you to get here in that 5 minutes. She's like, yeah. Hangs up. Shows up. We drive, get the tire, get back. The lady is pissed because I hit all the traffic I could.
Oh.
She called me on my way back and is like, we did all 3. We're waiting on you. How long is this going to take? I've got guys waiting to leave. I lie. I'm like, I'm 5 minutes away. I look at the GPS. I'm 20 minutes away. I literally pulled up to the factory garage doors, which were open with guys standing there doing work. Walk in with a flat tire and rim, and I'm like, hi, you guys are working on a black Ford Edge somewhere in here. It's from 2013. It was getting all 4 tires replaced. You replaced the 3. You've got 1 left. It's got a spare tire on it. This is that rim. Please take it to that car. The guy knew exactly what I'm talking about. He goes, oh, yeah, I'll go tell Isabel. Leaves.
Yeah.
I'm like, tight. Go into the waiting room. My girlfriend, my sister, and her boyfriend are all chilling.
Yeah.
And they look at me bored as fuck. They're like, did you do it? I literally looked at them. I'm like, I need 5 minutes and no one can talk to me. And I went in the bathroom and I cried like a baby. I was so exhausted. And at this point, it's like 5 at night. It's a 6-hour car ride.
You're not getting there till like fucking midnight.
I didn't get there till 12:30. I literally, my whole first day of vacation was all stress.
That sucks.
It sucked so bad. And then you know what the best part was? 2 days later, notification popped up on my car saying low tire pressure. My back wheel, I'm pretty confident, has a little hole in it, like it's leaking air a little bit.
And you're like, nope.
I went to the gas station yesterday and just refilled it with air.
I did that with one of my cars.
I literally was like, fuck this. I'm not going to a factory. I'm not doing shit. If it pops, it pops. But we get there.
You made some mortal enemies in New York.
Dude, whoever I fucked with, like whatever bad juju or karma I had, I hope it's done. I don't know what I did, but I hope that did it. Like, I hope it's a clean slate. But I get there. My aunt calls me like 2 hours out and she's like, we're all going to bed. We set up the beds. You're not sleeping where you were supposed to because we're not dealing with that. We set up air mattresses on the porch. It's all you guys. Don't worry about it. I'm like, tight. I tell everybody in the car, I'm like, this is where we're sleeping. Don't worry about it. We'll set up the sleeping situation tomorrow. It's no problem. Whatever. Everybody's like, all right, cool. They all go to bed. I'm playing like Folklore by Taylor Swift because I'm just like, I don't want people talking to me. I'm tired. I want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
As we're pulling in, I have like no cell service where we stay.
Yeah.
But I have cell service in spots. Like the top of the road, I have cell service.
Yeah.
I get 4 messages at the top of the road from the minute I get them. Like it's not like delayed messages. They're being sent at that moment.
Yeah.
And it says, hey, Shaky, we're still up. Uncle Steve can't walk straight. Kevin just fell out of a chair.
And you're like, dope.
I'm pulling in. I'm like, it's 12:30 in the fucking morning. And they're all shit-faced. Everybody in my car is like dozing off. I'm like, this is going to be great. Now, they know Emma and I. I park. I get out of the car. I shit you not. They clapped for me for like 5 minutes. I got like a standing ovation for arriving. I was so hype. I almost cried tears of joy. I was so excited. Everybody's drunk. They all gave me hugs. I'm like, this is great. I literally got on my knees and just sat there for a minute. I was like, oh my God, I've never been more happy to be somewhere. Then I realized they don't know my girlfriend. I start introducing her to everybody. And I had the realization halfway through that they're all shit-faced and I'm going to have to redo this the next day. So I introduce her to everybody. She goes to bed. My little sister goes to bed. Her boyfriend goes to bed. I stay up for a bit because I'm just happy to be there. Have a couple drinks. Go to bed. Next morning, I wake up, come out of the porch. I sit outside. I'm having coffee with my uncle and my cousin and everybody, and we're all sitting there having coffee, all the early risers. Mm-hmm. More people wake up. They all come out. We're having coffee. Sort of make your own breakfast, so people are having yogurt and stuff. More people wake up. More coffee. My girlfriend wakes up, comes outside, and 4 people sit there and look at her.
Don't remember who she is?
Some people don't look at her at all. They're just like, who the fuck is that? My cousin taps me on the shoulder and goes, who is that? And I'm like, that's my girlfriend. They're like, you brought your girlfriend? I'm like, not only did I bring my girlfriend, I introduced you all to her last night. You all hugged her. Half of you talked to her. What the fuck is happening? One of my cousins goes, I ain't never seen that girl before in my life. I'm like, you specifically talked to her. So literally I had to redo introductions completely.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's funny.
But yeah, we did that. It was just the longest first day of travel ever.
You have the worst luck with like big
problems.
Big things with your car. You have horrible luck because when we were moving in here, your car broke
the
down.
engine. Yeah, broke the engine.
Holy shit.
Broke the engine completely. Had to get like 3 new things put into it. And then, yeah, traveling, my first big vacation in a year, and I pop a hole in the tire the size of a golf ball.
Because you went to go get breakfast sandwiches.
Literally 5 minutes away from the house. Like a 5-minute walk from the house. It was just like, nah, boop, let's fuck his day up. At one point, my aunt called me, though, and this is when my uncle was, one of my uncles that wasn't the one I was calling, was like, oh, I would have told you to figure it out yourself. My aunt calls me, and she's like, a lot of the places we probably can't get in until tomorrow. And I'm on the phone with my aunt, and I went, I don't have a place to stay. My girlfriend doesn't have a place to stay. I'm not extending this to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to figure it out today. I don't care what we have to do. And that's when my aunt was like, I don't appreciate your attitude towards this. And half my family was like, at that point, just tell him to do it himself. And I was sitting there, I'm like, I would have done it myself. I literally just told you my mind state of like, I don't care how late I got to be in Massachusetts. I'm not staying the night here, though.
Yeah.
Like I just told you, if I got an appointment at 5, I'm showing up at 5. And then I'll hit the road. But if I got an appointment at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm not doing it. Fuck that. No. I'll drive, because literally the guy from AAA was like, oh, this spare tire's in great condition. You could probably drive on this for like a week before you had any problems.
And you're like, yeah, I'll probably just drive.
No, then he goes, if you're on the highway, though, don't go above 60.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was, if it got to the point of like, we can fit you in tomorrow, I would have been like, never mind, thank you. And if I had called every place within like a half hour, I would have just hit the road. Slowly, but I would have hit the road.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Holy shit.
That was my first day.
The rest of it was good?
Yeah, the rest of the days were fine. I got to meet my cousin's girlfriend, and I could tell I didn't meet her. I met her in front of the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that attitude.
You always know.
But that attitude that you put on when you're meeting
family.
But not immediate, like extended family. Like
exactly.
That's the other thing. My girlfriend didn't come out of her shell for like 5 of the 6 days we were there.
Yeah.
Like, she was quiet. She didn't hang out. If I went somewhere, she went with me. Like, it was shit like that. And then towards the end, everybody was like, oh my God, she real dope. She came down. She hung out with us.
Yeah.
She talks to us. She's great. She really coming out of her shell. I'm like, yeah, we leave tomorrow, but yeah, great. Good for her.
Good to know.
But we all do it. And so that's what his girlfriend was doing, because there were like 30 of us there. So I met her, but I never got to hang out with her.
Yeah, just like really courteous, quiet, never really.
No, she wasn't quiet. She was fucking loud as hell.
Oh, really?
But
I mean,
and she's comfortable with my cousin and his family, obviously, because she's dating him and he's around his family. But so the eve of my cousin's 21st birthday, she got him hammered.
Oh, good.
And it made me not like her.
Oh, really?
So she was pouring him cups of tequila.
Oh.
Which I'm all for.
Yeah.
Knock it out of the park.
But that's a recipe for
But he's slugging
disaster.
them. He's slugging them. And I'm watching, I'm like, you shouldn't get him another cup. She's like, it's his 21st. I'm like, no.
He's gonna have a bad time.
In my head, I'm like, no. Tomorrow's his 21st, and he's going to want to enjoy that. You're going to get him so hungover, he's going to want to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, we're having fun. Everybody's drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, because I'm drunk too. I'm like, fuck it. Let's have fun. Then I'm like, I got to go to bed, because the next day I was driving my dad to the airport at 4 in the fucking morning.
Oh, so you're like...
So I'm shit-faced. I'm like, I got to go to bed.
You're like, I'm going to be drunk when I get up.
Yeah, I'm like, I got to go to bed. I got to wake up in 4 hours. But my girlfriend brought her dab pen and some weed.
Mm-hmm.
And so my girlfriend's like, do you want to smoke before bed? And they're like, oh, are we smoking? And she's like, well, we're smoking now. I'm not waiting, because she's not drinking. She's like, I'm not waiting. I just couldn't sleep. That's the only reason I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go smoke with Jake. And if you guys want to smoke, come smoke. They're like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
We go to bed. And at like 1:30 in the morning, the camper we were staying in, because we rented a camper between the 2 cottages, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The camper we're staying in, though, the door halfway through the week didn't shut. So you had to turn the lock on, slam it shut, and it would stay shut.
Yeah.
Then you couldn't open it from the outside. I didn't have the time to tell my cousin this. He was staying in the camper with us with his girlfriend. And at 1:30 in the morning, I wake up to him just drunkenly slamming it shut over and over again, and it not shutting. And his girlfriend being like, Jack, just leave it. Just leave it. Come on, just leave it. And he's like, fine. And then I hear him go, wait, where's the weed? And I fall back asleep. I'm like, fuck it. They're going to smoke.
Yeah.
I wake up the next day, take my dad to the airport on time. not in a great mood.
Yeah.
Halfway asleep the whole time. Get back, hang out, read a bit, have some coffee. My girlfriend wakes up. She's in a bad mood. I'm like, what's wrong? She looks around. They killed her pen, chiefed the whole fucking thing,
Jesus Christ.
and smoked all of her weed.
That's the shittiest thing.
All of it.
You can fucking do.
Everything she had was gone. Not like they took it, but they just used it up. Gone.
You fucking.
Well, so I tell her, I'm like, I'll talk to him. And I'm like, I know he was shit-faced, and I know that she was shit-faced. And when he's drunk, he very clearly is like, I don't want to piss off my girl. And she's very clearly like, no, come on. So I'm like, I'll talk to him, but not today. It's his 21st. He was traveling too. He was flying home.
Yeah, like, that was a lot of weed.
Yeah. And so he was traveling too. So he was about to leave. So I'm like, I'll talk to him, but I'll talk to him later. Go and say bye to him. I missed the dude. So I was like really sad to say bye. He leaves. His girlfriend leaves. They're flying home. I'm like, I know he's going out tonight. My girl's pissed. She's like, come on. He smoked all my shit. I'm like, I understand that.
It's his birthday.
But that's the thing. I'm like, I understand what happened and I understand why you're mad, but I also understand how that happened. I'm like, because I told her, I'm like, if it was my 21st, I don't give a fuck whose weed it is. Snoop Dogg himself could have been like, don't smoke my shit. If I showed up drunk as shit at 1:30 in the morning and saw a joint, shit, lift it, light it, smoke it, I don't give a fuck. It's gone. Like, and so I'm like, I understand his mentality of like, I don't give a fuck. It's my 21st birthday. What are you going to do? Tell me no?
It's like on this, just give him like a day.
That's what I did. So I waited like a day or two and then I was like, hey, did you use up all of Allie's shit? And he went, yeah, man, I'm real sorry. And I was like, yeah, she was pretty pissed. And he's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And I was like, are you? And he went, not really. And I went, all right, I don't care. I was like, I'm doing this because I got to get the good boyfriend points of like, I talked to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, personally, I don't think it fucking matters. She lives like a half hour away from a dispensary. I'm in Manchester. We live like 45 minutes away from one across the Massachusetts border. Like, I'm not worried about her weed. He's like, all right. And I'm like, yeah, you're cool. Don't worry about it.
I would have just been like, it was just a shitty thing to do, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, it's whatever. Get over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good vacation otherwise. It was just, yeah, like that. I remember being annoyed at that. I woke up one morning to him and his girl having sex.
And you're like,
in the camper because it's a tiny fucking camper. So if you move, it shakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up to it shaking. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought somebody was outside fucking with us. So I like peek out. Nobody's out there. And I can see out the whole thing. So I'm like, nobody's out there. And then I look through our little curtain and directly across in their bed is their curtain. And I see a bare back. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I just went, stop. And they did. And I was like, thank you. And never do it again. Ever. And then I went, you don't gotta respond. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear you guys fucking sleeping. I want to hear the movement of a person getting off a person and never doing that while I'm here again. I don't give a fuck. And I went, that was the worst way to wake up. Fuck you guys. I'm going to get coffee. And if I step outside of the cottage and I see this camper rocking, and I went, two of you are getting coffee poured on you. I don't give a fuck. And I heard my cousin just go, relax. And I was like, you're getting coffee on you no matter what now. And I left. I was like so mad.
Well, yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't woken.
In
my head, I'm like, I haven't woken up to people fucking since freshman year of college. What the fuck is this? But
vacation was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Saw Black Widow.
What did you think? How did you like?
On
a scale of Marvel movies.
Oh God. Not great.
Man, they really just set up phase 4 for.
No, so that's my problem is I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Man.
It definitely should have come out sooner in terms of like not even like I know it was delayed for like 2 years.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Marvel timeline thing, it should have come out when Captain Marvel came out.
Okay. Yeah.
And just get rid of Captain Marvel as a movie.
You just didn't like
It's wherever Captain Marvel is, that's how I'll rate it. Wherever you rate Captain Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
that's where Black Widow is.
So meh.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Very meh.
Meh. It caused me and my sister to have a fucking fight.
Yeah.
But meh.
Meh.
And when I say a fight to the listener, my sister and I haven't talked now for like 6 days, and my whole family's trying to get me to apologize. I'm not gonna, because I was right. I was right. I was right.
Yeah, you were.
You know the fight. I was right.
I do.
We saw the movie, and they set up the villain for Hawkeye, and she's like, Jeremy Renner's a shitty person. I'm like, so is Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
most people in the world are shitty.
like, yeah, like it's one of those, and they're shitty people in the way that like separate the art from the artist. Like, they're not that shitty. It's not like a Roman Polanski situation where it's like, are we gonna let them make another movie? Because they did a shitty thing.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Oh, we're gonna give them an Oscar? What? Like, it's like Scarlett Johansson thinks whitewashing is okay, and Jeremy Renner might have maybe abused his wife, but we don't know because that's how loose the allegations are. They're shitty people, no doubt, because those allegations come from somewhere, and whitewashing is bad.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if Scarlett Johansson were to say she wanted to ruin my life, I'd let her. And if
She
Jeremy
wants to step in my throat.
And if Jeremy Renner showed up and was like, I want to make a movie with you, I'd say yes. Like,
that's a nice foothold in the doorway.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I say this, and my little sister loses her mind, and she hasn't talked to me for like 6 days, which I'm laughing about. I'm not happy about it. It's sad. I love my little sister. I literally just got her reservations for her anniversary dinner with her and her boyfriend. Like, I love my little sister. But I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Like, you can't not support one person for being shitty, and then when somebody goes, well, this person's shitty too, be like, well, not as shitty as that person. Like, nah, that's not how you rate that.
Yeah, no.
It's not on a scale of most to least shitty. Like, if they're shitty and you want to cancel them because she's big into the cancel thing, which I think is fucking stupid. Like, you can't just not cancel certain people.
You can't be like, I'm canceling this person because all these people say we should cancel them, but because this person is equally, but also like in a different area of shitty, I'm not going to cancel them because nobody else is saying we should cancel.
But that's the thing. Like, I pointed out to her, I'm like, people have been trying to cancel Scarlett Johansson for a while.
Yeah.
Specifically when Ghost in the Shell came out. It was like a big thing. I was like, oh shit, is Scarlett Johansson about to like lose her job? No.
Ghost in the Shell probably shouldn't have gotten made, but
yeah, and so she loses her mind. My whole family's like, what the fuck did you do? She's losing her mind. I'm like, this is what happened. They're like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm in the house. We got home in time for dinner. I'm making a plate, and people coming up to me like, what did you say? And I'm like, what? And they're like, she's crying. She's losing her mind. I'm like, what? They're like, what'd you argue about? I tell them, and they're like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like, holding a plate full of food. I'm like, there's a reason I'm eating food right now. This isn't an argument to me. This is just something.
Yeah.
Let's eat. The best, though, her boyfriend comes in. He's like, should I go like hang out with Emma or should I eat? And I'm like, go be a good boyfriend. Eat with Emma. He's like, she doesn't want to eat. I'm like, well, so are you not going to eat?
You should eat.
He's like, well, I want to eat. So I made him a plate. I'm like, go be a good boyfriend. I'm an asshole. Go say it. Like, I'm giving him hints. I'm like, go sit next to him and be like, wow, Jake's a fucking asshole. And she'll unload and you'll be fine. He's like, really? I'm like, go do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's the good boyfriend method.
Well, so then, like, apparently she got home, tells my stepmom.
Oh, your stepmom's pissed.
My stepmom, I haven't heard from my stepmom, but I heard from my dad because he heard from my stepmom and he wasn't there. So he texted me. He's like, what the fuck happened? I'm working so much. I forgot to respond.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely, I read the message at like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I'll text him later. Never did.
Mm-hmm.
Calls me the next day. He's like, are you avoiding me? I'm like, no. I just forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, you caught me at a good moment. I'm driving home. Like, I probably would have not seen this phone call when I was home. What's up? He's like, what happened with you and Emma? I tell him, he's like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like,
thank you.
I'm on the phone. I'm like, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like, I've gotten into arguments with people that have lasted a long time, but they've been good arguments. This is a stupid fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's like, just call and apologize. I'm like, for what? I'm right. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, you're stubborn. I'm like, I'm right.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If she's not able to apologize for getting so fucking mad. Why should you apologize?
Well, so then he tells me
Holding your viewpoint.
that it sounds like my little sister misunderstood why I was arguing. Her misunderstanding is what she told my stepmom, and my stepmom is ready to scream at me. And I'm like, I don't want Amy mad at me. I'll apologize.
That sounds like less of you should apologize and more of we should just clarify.
Yeah, like I want to talk to her and be like, what happened? But at the same time, I don't want to call her because then I know that my stepmom will just be like sitting there listening. And I'm just like, that's stupid.
That is stupid.
It's
it
stupid
should be between
because,
you and her.
well,
she shouldn't have gotten your entire family involved in this.
Well, and so my thing is also, I had to explain this to my uncle because my stepmom's family usually goes to the Cape.
Yeah.
They're going this year. And so my little sister's not going. And I asked her why, and she's like, because they're racist and prejudiced. I'm like, who? She's like, our family. I'm like, no, they're not. What are you talking about? She's like, they are. I'm like, that's
how? Why?
Well, I'm like, that counterpoint to my point is we could go in circles.
Yeah.
What are how? And
where's your evidence?
But then she just didn't want to talk about it because obviously, if you feel that way about your family, you're gonna get upset. So I'm like, all right, never mind, forget about it. But my uncle hears it and he's like, are they? And I'm like, no. But I know what she's referring to. She's referring to the jokes that we make in the private comfort of being around family.
Yeah.
Which I explained to my uncle. I'm like, shit, I do it with my family that I just visited. Mm-hmm. When you're around family, you make jokes that you know no one might laugh at those jokes. Mm-hmm. My cousin stood in front of a fan one day and I went, shit, it smelled like fish. I almost got kicked out of the house. But in my head, I'm like, that's fucking funny.
That is funny.
So I make it in the comfort of family. They get mad. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
There's that certain comfort of like, you can't cancel me. I'm family.
Family, it's just, they're good people in public.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's family.
I'm
my
grandparents, I know Raquel's grandparents would make jokes like in the private of home that Raquel and I would both be like, oof.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But in public, they're fucking nice. They treat everybody equally. I know that.
And so I explained it to my uncle, though. I'm like, it's the jokes they make, she doesn't find funny. And she views them as based in racism and prejudice. Which, I mean, I get, because if you look into any joke, you're going to find it based in something wrong. Mm-hmm. But to sit there then and be like, my family's racist. It's like, no, they're not. Mm-hmm. They're making jokes. Just because you don't find them funny doesn't make them bad people.
Yeah.
And my uncle and I both agreed she's going to go to college and after 2 years be like, oh shit, no, my family's not that fucked up.
Mm-hmm. It's once you go through college and some fucked up shit on your own in your life, you're like, wow, the human race is just bad. Up.
Like, it's just a bad people.
We're all fucked up, and we all suck.
But I should say that is not me condoning racism or prejudice.
No,
if people are making jokes based on racism and prejudice because they find racism and or prejudice funny, fuck those people.
Yeah.
Racism is bad. So is being prejudiced. Open your third eye.
Open your third eye.
But yeah, that was my whole trip. That was how it went. It sounds like I had a really stressful trip, and it's because I did. But I needed a vacation.
Trip. Hey, Black Widow. Hold on. One more thing.
But, Black Widow was good. Some of the action sequences were dope.
I'm sad that you said David Harbour was mad.
No, David Harbour was fine. The stupid fucking Russian accent that he does was so bad. And I found out I'm Facebook friends with the guy who trained him in his dialect.
Really?
Yes. So he's
Why?
cool. Well, because I met him. I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I went to an acting thing at Yale.
From that?
And I know him through that, and I'm still Facebook friends with him. And I saw that he was in the credits. I'm like, no fucking way. And he was the dialect coach, and I was like, oh, no.
What a shame.
And it wasn't that it was stupid. It was just, it's like when you watch a movie set in Boston, and every actor's doing a Boston accent, but none of them sound the fucking same.
Yeah.
It was that. Like, first of all, Scarlett Johansson didn't do a Russian accent.
Yeah, no. And this is when she's like, no, well, she returns, doesn't she? She
goes back to Russia.
Okay.
Florence Pugh did one. It was decent.
Okay.
Rachel Weisz is Rachel Weisz. She can do whatever she wants, and I'll love it.
Yeah.
David Harbour did it, and I was like, all right. His was the worst of them, and I think that's just what annoyed me.
Oh, okay.
But it just genuinely annoyed me.
I just love David Harbour.
Oh, then you'll love him. Then you'll love him.
Yeah.
He's great. But yeah, the movie was fine. Action was great, but it was Marvel action, so like a good Marvel action scene, you know what I mean? It's good. I will say Florence Pugh, I can't say enough good things about her in this movie. She killed it. She stole the show. She has some of the funniest moments.
Yeah, I talked to my coworker about it, and she said that she also was like Florence Pugh is the fucking bomb.
Oh, she was the shit.
Yeah.
But I love Florence Pugh. Midsummer was great. I think Lady Macbeth was what she was in, and she was great in that.
Mm-hmm.
I love Florence Pugh. I'm sad that she's married. Like, I love Florence Pugh.
I'm sad that she's married.
I'm sad that she's married because, she didn't ask, but I would have said yes.
If it's anything like Midsummer, you wouldn't have survived.
I would have said yes, though. But so, yeah,
Black Widow.
she killed it. She has some really funny moments. Like in one moment, it's not a spoiler even. She was asking Black Widow why she always land and stretch her leg out.
She made
and she's like, and you always flip your hair up. And why? Why do you do this? It's stupid. And later on in the movie, she does it to see if it's like, because Scarlett Johansson's like, it's a better landing. It feels better.
Yeah.
And Florence Pugh's like, no, it fucking isn't. And then later on in the movie, she does it, and she literally stands up and goes, oh, ugh. And I'm just like, oh, that's funny. But she kills it. But yeah, the movie as a whole was just meh. I didn't love it.
What do you think of Taskmaster?
Oh, they butchered it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
He's a better villain in Spider-Man, the game.
Yeah, he is a good villain in Spider-Man.
You know more about him, and he's more interesting in that game than he is in the movie.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, but the fight scenes are dope.
Cool.
Like, the fight scenes with him are dope because Taskmaster's whole thing is he mimics.
Yeah, he learns people's fight patterns.
So, like, when you can tell, though, like, he's got moves where it's like, oh, that's Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Thor. Oh, that's Hulk. He does Hulk. He doesn't get bigger, but he's just using brute force, and it's like, oh, shit, that's Hulk.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But in terms of a villain, they butchered it. It was not good.
That's a bummer. Oh, well.
But I saw that.
On the topic of Marvel,
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier got an Emmy nomination.
It did, I was about to say.
Specifically, Don Cheadle got an Emmy nomination.
I forgot he was in it.
I also forgot he was in it.
He's in it for less than 100 seconds.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
Yeah, and he got an Emmy. Now, did you see his statement?
He was confused.
He was literally like, shout out to my friends, haters. I don't know. I don't get it either. Like, he's like, I am just as confused.
I have no idea the thought process that went into Don Cheadle.
But then people are trying to justify it and be like, well, it's probably more a career nomination. It's like, well, he was in a movie on HBO Max and he's got his own show on Showtime. Like, like if we're going to do that, do it for one of those because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It looks bad. Like, it's like, what? How? Why? Like,
it's also kind of a kick in the pants to like everybody else in that show. Like,
dude,
what?
right? Like you were good, Sebastian Stan, but you know who did better?
Don Cheadle.
Don fucking Cheadle.
Because he had less time to fuck up than
I bet Sebastian Stan would be like, he was in it?
Yeah.
Like, it just, it blows my mind that he got nominated. You know what else? I don't know if you know this, but something else blew my mind.
What?
Lovecraft Country got like 18 nominations.
What?
It deserves all of them. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Here's why it blows my mind. Lovecraft Country was also recently canceled.
Why?
Good question.
What?
Make sense of it. This isn't so much a topic starter. Like, I don't want to talk about it so much because I don't have an answer for it.
What?
But explain to me how a show that...
Do you remember the studio that made it?
HBO.
What?
Critics loved it. The fans that watched it loved it. I watched it. It's great.
HBO's usually pretty on top of their shit.
Yeah, it's a great show. It got canceled like a month ago, and then it just got like 18 Emmy noms.
Maybe it'll get revamped.
I hope they sit there and go, oh shit.
Fuck.
Like,
Well,
hopefully
Did they set up a second season?
they can do a second. It was more an anthology
All right.
type of
Well,
show. It
I'm
had the same
curious-
characters in all the episodes, but it was more anthology.
I wonder if the writers then came with like a second season and they were like, this isn't as good.
Still,
It's fucking bad.
Still, you cancel it? You outright cancel
it is crazy.
Bro, you're taking 2 years in between seasons of Game of Thrones. Take your time. Don't worry about it. Like, fans will wait.
People
They
are
just
pretty,
announced a Sopranos prequel.
yeah, people are pretty quick to pull the trigger on canceling shit.
Oh, yeah.
shows. It's nuts.
But you know, it didn't get canceled.
What?
Was Loki? It just got renewed for season 2.
Second season.
Which
I haven't seen the final episode though. BT does.
Oh shit! It comes out today,
It
right?
came out today.
I haven't watched it either.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I've
so
seen
I
up
don't
to
know.
the
I didn't realize it
episode.
was the finale though. I kind
of had a hunch.
it had 2 more.
I thought it might have 2 more, but when they open, because we're all caught up. So BT dubs.
So if you're not, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So
when they enchanted Eliath and opened up the gateway to like that house that was floating in space, I was like, okay, we're pretty close to the end. I was like, that looks like the end. That's in.
It makes sense though.
In D&D, that'd be the BB.
Yeah, that's it. But it makes sense, and I'm excited to watch it. I will say though, in terms of Marvel series,
hmm
WandaVision's still the best one.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
But my problem is the quality dip from WandaVision.
Yeah.
I'm really not rocking with these series.
Really?
The finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier sucked.
Yeah, it did.
It sucked, and it the first 20 minutes were dope, and then it sucked.
Yeah, I didn't like the way they. It really felt like a fizzle. Like as
and then
synonymic to the word it can be, it was a sizzle.
And then on the opposite end of that, the first 2 episodes of Loki
Fizzle.
could have been condensed into 1.
Oh yeah, true.
It got off to such a slow start, and then
Marvel seems to have that issue though.
yeah, well, and then episode 4, so the one after the mid-season, was also bad.
Which one was that?
When Owen Wilson gets duped, and then Loki gets duped.
Yeah.
But that was it. The end was good.
Yeah.
So that's my real problem is
I don't want to. Here's the thing. I don't want to make a final thought until I see the last episode.
Yeah.
One, the visuals are fucking cool.
Oh, it looks dope, and the acting's fine, but
I like how they brought in like the different Lokis, and and there was a moment where because the boastful Loki turned on all the other Lokis, I was like, oh my god, is there gonna be a whole Twitter rant about how the one black Loki was bad? And they're like, oh, targeting.
Nah, because there's so many Lokis.
I know, but I thought it was really cool. I like the visuals. I like all the Easter eggs everywhere, and that like in the void. I thought it was cool.
Oh yeah,
Eliath is cool. And I like Owen Wilson's performance. So I would say I'd be like WandaVision, Loki, fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah,
they're
for
all
sure
good shows in the end.
But it's just
obviously the best,
and it bugs me. I think they started off really strong with WandaVision, and I really hope that Loki, when they make season 2, I hope it's.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna launch it into the orbit.
But that got renewed, and then remember Tiger King?
Yeah.
Remember how it was like a giant thing and everybody loved it, and then like 2 movies were announced that were being made about it, and Amazon was like, we're making a show about it, and Nick Cage is gonna play Joe Exotic.
Did they finally do it?
No, they shelved it. They canceled it completely.
Of course. Like. Yeah, I think you and I talked about.
We did, because I talked about how interest is going to be lost and it's going to seem stupid.
We talked about that with Tiger King, and we talked about it with the the GameStop stock thing.
Yes,
it's a trend. It's gonna go fast. It doesn't last.
But yeah, so they canceled that completely, and I was happy to read it because I'm like, I like that Nick Cage is having a little indie movie renaissance because Mandy was great. His new Pig movie.
As a 97 on Rotten
supposed
Tomatoes.
to be. I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
I was just about to say, but I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes
because
anymore.
I watched the movie. It had a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, it's good. It's not that good.
They also gave I Think You Should Leave season 2, which is a great show, but they gave it 100%. And I'm like, I think you should leave the show, the comedy show, the silly, crazy, absurd comedy show.
Tim Robbins, yeah.
Yeah, it's 100%.
No.
That's nuts. That's insane.
But
that's like Anthony Fantano just giving out 10s. He doesn't do it.
He don't do it.
Yeah.
That was something. In one of the chats that I had with my guys, we were talking about fucking Fantano.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies was like, fuck that guy.
Why?
I wasn't having any part in this conversation. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
And then everybody starts ripping into Anthony Fantano. And then I go, you really letting a guy who calls himself Melon live in your head rent free? And I went, couldn't be me.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, I like that he does this. And I was like, I like that he gave Kids See Ghost a 10. I don't listen. And then I'm like, I don't really listen to anything else that he says. I don't really care.
Yeah. I mean, I like that he gave fucking To Pimp a Butterfly a 10. I like that he gives pretty good opinions on Tame Impala. I respect it. Didn't like the slow rush. I get it. That's okay.
But yeah, they like ripped into it. And I was like, Jesus Christ, shut up, guys.
Yeah.
But then also, because last time we were talking about Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah, he got released.
Yeah, but now Britney Spears, fucking is Britney, bitch. It's Britney. She coming for that. She announced that she's really not comfortable with her. Do you not follow the Free Britney movement?
Wait, no.
How many times do I got to talk about it?
I was wondering the connection between Bill Cosby and Britney.
Because Bill Cosby got out and everybody was saying free Britney, and instead they freed Bill Cosby.
Oh. Yeah.
Everybody was like, free Britney.
There was a mix-up with the paperwork.
New York Times made a documentary about it, and they were like, free Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby, you're free. Britney's stuck in this conservatorship or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
She comes out, though. Audio gets put out there, and she releases a statement basically being like, yeah, I really don't want to be a part of this. I don't feel like I have control, and I feel like I'm healthy enough to have control. This shouldn't be a problem. I want to go in front of the court. Mm-hmm. So, Britney may be free soon.
They denied it the first, 2 times.
Because the first 2 times, her dad,
snuffed it.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited about it.
It also, me thinking about it, this happened in a time where she was berated by the media. Her shaving her head was seen as,
craziness.
She's going crazy. No, she's having a mental crisis.
Dude, there was a fucking moment where she was driving and she had her baby on her lap and was just moving her car. Mm-hmm. She was then, a week later on the Today Show being questioned if she was a responsible mother.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's insane how much of a fucking eye she was under.
Yeah, it's insanity. If that happened today, which People Magazine still does. Fuck People Magazine. Fuck magazines.
Whoa.
Fuck tabloid bullshit. I don't like it.
I like the photos of the celebrities in them, though. Like the basketball games when they're happy in relationships and stuff. Like when it's like, so-and-so and so-and-so had a fun date at a baseball game. I'm like, it's like me.
That's fine. the stupid, like Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt shit that's been going on for 15 years. I'm like, I don't care. Stop. Just stop. I don't like tabloids.
I can tell.
But yeah, no, free Britney. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm hype about that because I just think it matters.
Yeah, I get you. I also think it matters. Britney shouldn't have been conservative. Maybe she should have been helped.
Well, no, so that's the thing. She was put in this conservatorship or whatever it's called, and it was supposed to be take time and take a break.
Yeah.
And months later, she put out an album. She's done 4 world tours. She's done a residency in Vegas. She's put out 4 albums in this conservatorship.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's what's the point? If she's saying it's bad for her and you're pushing her to the point that it feels like it's her, why is she in this? Why didn't she take a break?
Yeah.
What is happening? Mm-hmm. So it's that. I feel like it's that.
It just, I feel bad for Britney. Free Britney. But I don't know if I can transition smoothly into any of these topics.
You can do it. I believe in you.
But speaking of freeing somebody, this fucking kid needs to be free from her mother. Because have you seen the Turning Red trailer? I did it.
Bitch, no, you didn't.
I did it.
No, you didn't. Yeah, I saw the trailer for the movie about a girl who turns into a red panda.
Yeah. And the fucking Karen mom outside of her school. That was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah. No, but Turning Red, the trailer got released.
It looks cute. It looks cute. I think it's cute that Pixar is making kids movies again.
Yeah.
Explicitly kid.
Yeah. It's they're finally leaning, because they were Star Wars for a while, and now they're
well, that's not Pixar, that's Disney.
Oh yeah, fuck. What was Pixar doing for a while? They weren't really doing
introspective shit.
That's
Inside
right.
Out,
Inside
Soul.
Out. Yeah, and Onwards. That's right. Yeah,
Coco,
now they're just
Coco.
Now they're just doing fresh, lighthearted shit, which I'm really into. I really liked it.
For those listening, I'm eating dinner and I got impatient.
Yeah, he's hungry. It looks cute. People are shitting on it a lot on the internet. I don't know why. There's only 60 seconds of footage released. I don't know why.
I don't understand why people are shitting on it. We're adults.
Yeah.
If you don't want to watch a kids movie, don't watch it. Why don't you put more energy into shitting on the Clifford the Big Red Dog movie?
Oh my God.
It looks so bad.
Oh, I saw it. I forgot I saw it and I buried it away.
It's so bad. It looks like in some part, we're not going to talk about it for long. I just want to get this out. It looks like in some parts they photoshopped a dog to be bigger, but in other parts they did a full CG render of a dog.
It looks bad.
Which to people that don't understand what I'm trying to say, just go watch the Clifford the Big Red Dog trailer. It's a masterpiece.
There's a screenshot from it that I'll put up right here.
This is what it looks like. Bad.
It's bad.
But no, like people that are shitting on Turning Red, it's like, dude, it's not made for you. It's made for a 5-year-old.
A lot of people are like, oh, we're getting a furry movie. No, we're not.
No, you already have one, bro.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I definitely don't know any furry movies at all. Period. At all. I don't have any. I don't own any. I couldn't name any.
Man, you're really getting really defensive about owning furry movies, Jake. Do you own any furry movies?
Monsters Inc. is a masterpiece.
Sully's not a furry.
But yeah, I don't like the people who started to rip into Pixar a little more because Luca came out. I don't know what people were expecting from it.
They were expecting
like
fucking what's it called?
Call Me by Your Name.
But for
yeah,
kids.
even I was because I love that movie. But it comes out. I watched it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
But it's so feel good too. Like it's clearly made for kids because it's just about a boy. He meets another boy. They become friends. They go to a town. They meet a girl. They enter themselves into a race to win a bike.
A Vespa.
That's the other part. It's like an ad for Vespa. A lot of this movie, they talk about Vespas. But that's it. And they do a race.
Mm-hmm.
While having to hide the fact that the two boys are fish people.
Yeah.
It's made for kids. The main villain is just a bully.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else.
It's less about there's an antagonist and more about...
It's just about two dudes being friends. Yeah. It's about two guys being dudes.
It's just guys
Here's my problem. And it's not necessarily a problem. Because art is art. You can interpret it any way you want. Once it's out there, and people can interpret it freely. People are really trying to make this a movie about like representation and the gay community.
Yeah. Here's the thing about that.
TM.
Here's the thing.
For tomorrow.
Here's the thing. I was an English major for a while.
Yeah.
This is all of what being an English major is just over analyzing everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's in a problem.
Oh, in a handful of my film classes, that's all we did is you analyze everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I get it can be a problem. I think in cases like this, it is.
I think, well, it's become this what's happening right now has become normal.
Yeah.
It's become a thing that you have to overanalyze everything.
Everything. And it has to have a message.
And everything has to have a message. It doesn't. And guess what? You might be fucking wrong. But the people are like, no, I have enough evidence that I'm right. But you might be fucking wrong. And most likely you are.
might not.
Because these fucking creators, I listen to like Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham's like, I'm literally just singing about Jeffrey Bezos. And people are digging into the meaning of this. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Just let things be. There's a difference between, because if a filmmaker wants to show you that there's a deeper meaning, most likely they'll present enough evidence.
They'll just tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell you, or they'll present enough evidence for you to be like, this is a definite, concisive, thing. But if you are really digging and digging and digging for evidence, the message probably isn't even there. Just enjoy it. Just take it for what it is. It's a kid's movie.
Well, so that's my thing. I think it's great if if a little boy watches this movie and they relate to the relationship between the two boys and they have that realization that they're gay.
Yeah.
Good for them. Great.
Cool.
That's what this movie means to them. Awesome. But don't make the movie about that, because then if another little kid watches it and they're not gay and they're like, oh, I've got friends like that, but I'm not gay.
Yeah.
What's the movie mean to them? They're not going to watch it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell this to my little sister, she's like, but no, it's got, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's just two friends being kids, being friends.
You don't have to sexualize it.
You don't have to have that message.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm all for being pansexual. This is stupid.
I love gay people. I'll use the famous line. Some of my friends are gay.
I'm friends with gay people.
I'm friends with gay people. No, but I am. First of all, not no.
Just want to clear that up.
Not no, I'm not. But I think it's stupid because after watching the movie, so I watched the movie sober. Mm-hmm. Didn't get the messages that people were reading into. I'm like, it's just two kids being friends and trying to win a bike. Like, it's a textbook kids movie, and it's cute as fuck, and visually it's astounding. It's so cute. Watched it a second time with my family, and after reading the articles, I'm like, okay, I get how you can read into that. I get how that can show that, and I get why this person might be that. Mm-hmm. I watched it high as shit last night.
Oh, with her kid.
High as a kite. And I'm watching it and I'm crying. I'm like, it's just a cute story about two gay kids. I'm like, it's so cute. But I realized it while I was high. I was like, oh, it totally could be interpreted as that, which is great.
That's fine.
I just hate that people are projecting that interpretation because that's my problem with movies and interpreting them is I wish that all those articles about like, everything that Jimmy does in Stranger Things 3 and how he just became a gay hero. I'm looking at you, BuzzFeed.
Oh, BuzzFeed does it all the time.
I wish those articles never came out.
Yeah, because you're making it as if what you're saying is now objective fact because you're like, this is the evidence. If you say anything that's not this, you're either oppressing this representation that I'm trying to make an example of. And it's like, no, I'm not. Here's the thing with Luca. They might be gay in the future.
Great. Good for them.
Cool. But they might not. So don't project that on them if they're not. So just let them fucking be. Don't make it about if they're gay or not. Make it about childhood is fun. And they're having fun. And they're discovering new things. And they're taking risks. And they're being brave. And I hate overanalyzing because I went through film school in English overanalyzing everything because that's what we're taught to do.
Yeah.
You can bullshit your way through all of that without reading a single book. And honest to God, dude. I think that's the dumbest thing that I'm having to pay $80,000 for.
Well, my thing is just, especially with fucking movies and it happened I took one class, and it was called Cinema and Diversity, and we watched one movie about a man who falls in love with a woman with cerebral palsy. Severe.
Yeah.
This woman can't talk. She can't control her movements. They end up having sex.
Okay.
Is it?
I mean, is she conscious and a willing human being?
Yep.
Then it's fine.
How do you know?
What?
She can't talk.
Sign language?
She can't control her movements.
Is there any communication?
Not really.
Well, it's kind of gray area then.
Exactly. So you watch the movie, you put 100 people in the room. I'm pretty confident half the people would be like, it's a love story. Of course it's okay. Half the room, hardcore convinced, that's a rape. Mm-hmm. I just watched that. I feel icky. That's
so intentional too.
Oh yeah, but that's what bugs me about movies where it's like you can loosely interpret it. Because with stuff like that, and granted it's a very drastically different situation than Luca.
Oh,
I really wish the director would just come out and be like, stop it. It's about this. Just make it about that. And if they're labeled an asshole, good for them. But fuck it. They should do that.
I think the other way around than that point, because that's their whole point. It's like, will you tell us what this means? No, I did it for a reason. It's the way it is for a reason.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah. And people do that. Like, and you see the other side of that coin where fucking J.K. Rowling tries to explain everything.
Oh my God, this person's gay. Dumbledore's gay. Dobby's gay.
But then she's also transphobic.
But then, women aren't men when they transition. They're still women, like J.K. Just say J.K.
Fuck TERFs.
Dude, I hate J.K. Rowling. Yeah. Every time she talks, it just gets worse.
Yep. Just stop. Stop ruining something that we enjoyed so much.
Right? Like why you gotta do this, bro?
I don't know. It bumps me out. Yeah. So Luca, thumbs up. Space Jam, another kids movie coming out.
I'm excited to watch it.
I'm excited too, but from a report I just read, apparently there's so much branding in this movie.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers is usually like, there's some pushback from like directors and shit Space Jam is not pushing back against Warner Brothers for anything, so producers have their fingers fully in this pie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's so much marketing and branding in this, apparently. It's almost like, from what I read, it's almost like despicable.
It doesn't surprise me, though, because, again, it's made for kids.
Yeah, true.
It's a kids movie.
That's true.
Kids don't care about, oh my God, Twitter. Oh my God, YouTube. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
They're using
They don't give a fuck.
Camera.
Like, a fuck. LeBron James just dunked on Wile E. Coyote.
That's true.
I don't care.
And then beyond that, that's just a quick thing I read. But beyond that, do you know anything about the new Indiana Jones movie being filmed?
I know that it got delayed.
Oh, it did? I know they're in Scotland filming right now.
I know that Harrison Ford got injured, I think, again.
Again?
Yeah.
Jesus. Millennium Falcon clothes on his legs again? It's a crossover!
But no, I don't know anything about the plot.
Yeah, neither do I. Do you think it should be happening?
Yes.
Yeah? You're
yes.
down for it?
Yes,
okay.
Because it's being made by the guy that made Logan.
Oh, it is?
Yes. Because I remember when that came out, I mentioned it, and I'm hype about that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes.
Maybe I did.
Give me a Logan version of Indiana Jones. I'm in there.
I didn't know that. Okay, you know what? I was going to be like, I don't know how I feel, but now I feel okay. I loved Logan. Logan made me cry. I love that movie. But also The Witcher Season 2 trailer came out, which I loved Season 1. Some people were on the fence about it. Some people didn't really like it. They didn't like how it was chopped up.
Yeah.
Because time is not explained very well there. I mean, there's context clues where you're like, okay, this much time has passed. But it's not, like, in your face clear. So people were frustrated about that, and people were frustrated about, like, the B plots and everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. I think Henry Cavill having most of his dialogue being and fuck.
It's realistic to the show.
Yeah.
Or it's realistic to the game.
It's fun. And Henry Cavill loves The Witcher, and the trailer looks like it's going to be, like, more direct.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be the B plot with Yennefer, but it's mostly just going to, I think, focus on Geralt and I think is it Cersei? No, it's not Cersei. The other girl. The young girl.
I should know it because I played it.
It starts with a C.
Ciri?
Ciri.
Cirilla.
All right.
Cirilla.
So Geralt and Cirilla. It looks like it's not going to be like as much time jumping anymore, but I don't know.
Tight.
He's just training her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dope. This is going to be fun. I'm super pumped. Yay, Witcher. Now I just got to finish the game. So I haven't finished.
Have you not finished those games?
No.
Oh, The Witcher 3 is immaculate.
It's right there. I'm looking at it right now.
It's a great game. I love that game.
But I'm playing Bloodborne in the Outer Worlds right now, which if you haven't seen it, go watch it on the channel.
Go watch it.
I'm going to upload a shipment ton more soon.
Shipman?
I just had some family shit happen last week.
Yeah.
So I got a little busy. And then Jake was
Gone.
on vacation. So we had a week of nothing. So now we're back. Do you have anything else?
Two things.
Yes.
First thing. My coworkers so I'm finally coming out of my shell at work today because I've figured out how to match the intensity of the kitchen and be able to make jokes because I like making my jokes. But now they're starting to realize that some of my jokes are so inappropriate. Just so inappropriate. And today I had the best one that I've had in a while. So my coworker got a notification on Facebook. Somebody messaged him basically being like, you want sex tonight? Click this link. And I went, what's the name? And he shows me. And as a joke, I whip my phone out. I search the person up. I find them. I find the link on their page. I'm like, I found it. Should I click the link? Everybody's like, damn. And my coworker goes, yeah, he was hooked as soon as it said, you want sex. And I went, of course I want sex. I'm 23. Dick age like bread. It don't age like wine. Everybody laughs. Every girl goes, ooh, but then laugh. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so lucky that we're closed right now. Because if any customer heard that, I'm fucking fired.
That's hilarious.
But that's it. I don't have any other funny stories from work. And then I read a news article today, and I thought it was interesting, and I thought you might like to hear it.
Okay.
So a Connecticut student is facing charges and jail time for putting a Hitler quote in the yearbook. Not his quote. Not his or hers. There. It doesn't release their gender.
All right.
Not their quote. They didn't put a Hitler quote under their picture. They hacked into the database and put a Hitler quote. Now, on first headline, I'm like, sucks for them. Fuck that person.
Yeah.
Then I read it. This person deserves to go to jail.
Yeah.
Not only did they hack in.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a federal crime right there.
Yep, they hacked in. They're being charged with computer crimes. So they hacked in and put a quote from Adolf Hitler into a Connecticut high school yearbook. The quote appeared under an unsuspecting classmate. So they changed somebody else's quote.
Oh, fuck that person.
The quote is, "It is a quite special secret pleasure how the people around us fail to realize what is really happening to them." End quote. If you could guess, who do you think he or they or she, this person, what name do you think they gave to that quote? Who do you think they said that quote?
Probably Trump.
Nope, George Floyd.
Oh! Fuck that guy.
Yep.
Oh, god damn it.
They were previously barred from attending the graduation ceremony. They now face 2 counts of third-degree computer crime because they were also responsible for another unauthorized yearbook entry, which referenced one of the Boston Marathon bombers and drug use.
Oh, this kid's just like, I'm edgy.
No, this is the kid where it's like, how do we catch somebody before they become a killer?
Mm-hmm.
This is that kid.
Put up all the red flags in the yearbook.
This kid should go to jail forever because they're going to kill somebody if they don't. You gonna fuck up that bad? Like, you put a Hitler quote and then said it was George Floyd. Fuck you.
Get him help and put him away for a while at very least.
fuck the help. Put him in a straitjacket. Throw him in a room. Spoon feed him meals. This is the person that
Get a tube into his mouth.
This is the person that the internet doesn't help.
No.
This is like in the 80s. This was the person that was like just spewing conspiracy theories in their basement. But then because of the internet, now they can just fucking, yeah, this is funny. And there's a sick crowd of people that are like, that is funny. Like, fuck this person.
There's another sick crowd of people that's like, that's true though.
Yeah, but like, fuck this person. I hate this person. I don't even know this person.
Fuck them.
But
Have
yeah.
them go to jail.
Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, the school released a statement just apologizing so much for not catching them doing this.
It's not really their fault.
It's not, but they're basically saying they don't support it at all.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's like they're doing the good thing of like, we're aware this has happened. It is a problem. We're handling it, and we're so sorry it happened.
It's like, cool. Thank you, school. Fuck this kid.
Yeah, like they're just like, fuck that. But also, I'm going to read you, this is the last thing I have to talk about because I'm going to recommend something that you specifically should look into, but any listener that likes this type of music should also look into. Have you ever heard of these musical artists? Q-Tip.
Yes.
Mos Def.
Yes.
Talib Kweli.
Yes.
Jay Dilla.
Yes.
D'Angelo.
Yes.
Erykah Badu.
Yep.
Common.
Yep.
And Questlove.
Yeah.
Cool. They were all part of a group.
Oh, wait. I think you were telling me about this the other day.
I was telling you about the group that preceded them. The fucking it was Tribe Called Quest, and they were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Tribe Called Quest was in it. So it's basically, this is sort of the group that sort of followed them.
Okay.
So Tribe Called Quest was in the Native Tongues group.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called Native Tongues, the group.
That group is called Native Tongues. The one that Tribe Called Quest was in, and Queen Latifah and De La Soul and all of them.
Nice.
This group is called the Soulquarians.
Okay.
And they're fucking dope. Some of the albums that came out during this like 7-year run as a group are fucking amazing. There's The Roots' Things Fall Apart, which is a great album. Mos Def's album, Black on Both Sides. D'Angelo's Voodoo. Common's Like Water for Chocolate, which is so good. Common's Electric Circus, which is also great. The Roots' Phrenology, which is my favorite Roots album. Erykah Badu's Mama's Gun, which is an immaculate album. All came out during this run. And it's awesome. And the reason they're a group is because not a lot of them are featured on each other's albums.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are, but not in big ways.
Yeah.
they all had a hand in making all of these albums.
Oh, so
like D'Angelo helped produce like 4 of these albums. Jay Dilla produced almost all of them. Like,
that's a specialty.
They all worked on each other's albums. Like Questlove might have been the drummer on Q-Tip's album, who might have done a verse on Common's album, who may have showed up on Erykah Badu's, who then returned the favor by doing a duet with him on his. Like, they just constantly were working together for like 7 years.
And what is this thing called again?
Soulquarians.
Soulquarians.
They're fucking dope.
Cool.
That's what I've been listening to for the past like week and a half. And Vince Staples' new album came out, and it's fucking wavy. I love it. It's a vibe. It's a wavy vibe.
But yeah, you guys can check that out too if you'd like.
Yeah, check all that shit out.
Make sure to.
I only recommend the best stuff ever.
And make sure to, if you liked all this shit, subscribe, like, hit us up.
Yeah, subscribe,
comment,
like, subscribe. My OnlyFans link will be in the bio.
There it is.
Discounted price for this month, 50%. I don't know, but I'm in the top 1% of creators. Find out why. That's a joke that you only get if you see those. Like, if people don't know what I'm talking about, they're like, what is he talking about? But anybody that clicks on those girls' Instagrams, that's in the bio. Top 1.7%. Click the link to find out why. It's because you're sharing advertisements for everybody else, you fucking whore.
You're saying that about yourself.
I'm not.
You gotta love yourself.
I'm not actually. You're not a whore. I support sex workers unionizing their services. But
Jake's a whore.
But I am a whore.
But we'll see.
But this week we were sponsored by High Chews, the candy, because they're fucking delicious.
We're sponsored by High Chews. High Chews, get your chew on. Anyway,
dude, they're so good. All right, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. See you later.
Bye.